there, I'm Lainey Rogers, an elementary instructional technology coach, and today I'm going to be teaching you how to make an animated virtual greeting card in Keynote. I am specifically making a Christmas card, but you could create one for any holiday or celebration you want. So the first thing you'll need to do is open Keynote on your iPad and then click Create Presentation and choose a theme. We're going to choose just a basic theme for now. After your presentation opens up, you're going to go to the top left, click on the presentation name, click Presentation Options and Presentation Setup. Then at the bottom, you're going to click Slide Size. You've got some options. You have the 4:3, the 16:9, the 3:4, or the square. Or you can set it to custom. If you know you're going to just send your card to people to look at on their phone screens, custom is great. You can set the top width to 1080 and the height to 1920. And then it will be the perfect size for a phone screen. But for my Christmas card today, I want to set it to square. The next thing I do is delete all of the text boxes that are already there, so I'm just starting with a clean slate. The next thing I do is choose pictures I want to include in my Christmas card. So this is a photo in my Photos app. I held it down and used Instant Alpha. So that makes it so you can get just the main subject of the photograph and not the whole background. So I held it down, clicked share, and then save the picture, and so now I have me like clip art. After I have chosen any images I want from my photos or clip art, I go ahead and set up my screen for use. So I click the three dots at the top and click split screen, and I bring up the photos on the right side of my screen. So I can just drag and drop images from my photos to my virtual greeting card. So first I picked that background offline to be the wallpaper, the background for my card. So I dragged and dropped and then stretched it to fill the whole background. Then I just continued dragging images over. This Christmas tree is one I found offline. I brought it, then I click it, and Keynote has where you can remove the background. So I get that, I size it the way I want, I position it the way I want, and then I bring in other images. Just go ahead and get them all on the page. You gotta hold down on the image on the right and then drag it over. Then I resize by dragging. But in order to change the rotation, you have to click the format button up top and then arrange and then rotate. It's a little bit of a trial and error process for me. If you're real good at angles, it might not be. But to get the rotation that I want, so that takes a little bit of working. So then I get it placed where I want, but then I want us popping out from behind the Christmas tree. So I have to pick the Christmas tree and then arrange it and move it all the way to the front so that we are behind the Christmas tree. Then I just continue adding more images, changing the size, the position, and the rotation until I finally have everything looking the way I want it to look before I start adding my text. When I'm ready to add my text, I click the plus button up at the top. Now I think this is tricky. When you want to add text, you have to go to Shapes and then click a text box. Then you just go ahead and type in whatever text you want to type, and then you do the format, that's the paintbrush, and you choose your font, your color, and your size of your text. If you're going to want your words to be able to come in separately when you have your animated part of your greeting card, I recommend formatting one word the way you want it and then copying and pasting that word so that your other one is already formatted the same. So I copied and pasted Merry and put in Christmas, and then they look the same, but they did not have to animate the same. Then I would click the three dots above my photos and close that window so I could just work with my whole screen being my Keynote presentation. And here's where we get to the fun part of animating your Christmas card. So you're going to click on an item, scroll over if you need to, and click Animate. You're going to click Build In. Then at the bottom, you get to choose which effect you want. I decided to blur in my Christmas tree, and then I wanted me and my daughter to pop in from behind the tree. So you can try out different build-ins to see what makes sense with the story you want to tell with your card. You can also, if you want to, animate your text. So I chose to for this one. And I had my Merry and my Christmas separate. So I chose to do the same build-in for each of them, but since they are separate, they don't animate together, which works out for what I want to do next. Now that you have all these individual animations, you're going to click those 3 lines in the top right corner so you can set your build order. So you can drag and drop each of your images to appear in a certain order. So if you just have them in order like that, it will go 1, and then it'll go 2, and then it'll go 3. When the person viewing your card taps the screen. But you can also connect 2 different things. So you see here I clicked to have 3 and 4 going together and 5 and 6 going together. So I click down at the bottom with build 3 and then with build 5 so that 3 and 4 will come out together and 5 and 6 will come out together. I like to set mine to come on tap, but you can just have it come after the transition before. So now here is my completed animated greeting card in Keynote. Looks pretty awesome, but I'm not going to want to send everybody a Keynote file. So I'm going to click Done, and then I'm going to click Share, and I'm going to click Export and Send. Then right now I'm just going to make an animated GIF. So I do that, medium is fine for right now. I'm going to click Export. And then I'm going to click Share and Save Image to save it to my device. So this is what it looks like now. You see, it just shows up as the background in your photos. This is what it will send to somebody. And it'll just play over and over and over and over for them. So if that's what you want, you are good to go. That is how you send it as an animated GIF. If you don't like the way it just showed the plain background in photos, follow these steps to make it into a movie. So click on the slide on the left and then click duplicate so that you have 2 of the same thing. Then you're going to go to your first Keynote slide. You're going to click on each animated object, click animate, then click on the build-in that you had and delete it. You're going to do that for every object on the page so that everything on the page holds still. Then you're going to click Done. You're going to click on the share icon again and click Export and Send. But this time you're going to save it as a movie. You're going to click Export and it will create the movie. And then you're going to click Share and Save Video. You'll go to your photos, and then you see now you can see the image before you get started going. But that slide is going to show up for a long time. So you're going to want to edit that so people don't have to see it holding still for so long. So when you're in there in the photo, you're going to click Edit. Then on that bottom editing bar, you're going to drag the little yellow bar on the left until you just have 1 tiny second of the full image. This way, whoever you send your card to will be able to see the full image in their photos if they save it. But a GIF or the movie way both work for sending your virtual greeting card. So that is my animated virtual greeting card in Keynote. Please let me know if there's any questions that you have, and have fun creating your very own animated greeting card.